just share here so I can see, and then any comments you let me know, right? Because already set here only. Hello, please let me know if you can hear me. You can just let me know in the comment section if you're able to hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Just let me know in a comment that I am audible. Hi Jayapal, good afternoon. Okay, is the voice okay? Audio not very clear. The mic setting can be changed.
Is it better now?
I'll try to speak loud so that you go by noisy. And let's see if I can do something with the settings. The subsection also. Remove this. Okay, I've changed some settings with the audio. Let me know if it's better now. No, still the same. I think looks like some echo. Just bear with me, just working out with some settings. Okay. Hopefully it's better now. It's not feel try and keep already on. Is it okay now? I think it should be better, I believe now. We've made some more changes to the settings. Okay. Okay, we'll start. Let me just check what is the idea of this. I think some positions in the morning, right? We have so far just punched in 30 orders, right? So I'll be focusing on some of the new features that I'm using. So it's more like we do this. No. Is it okay? We know if it's okay now. Change the settings again. Yeah, better. Okay. So what you see here on the screen, right? I'll just jump into this. 4 minutes. This is the new version that we will be launching most likely by end of this week or early next week, right? So it is, I am testing myself on my personal account. The capital on this account is roughly 1 CR, but I'm using roughly 27 lakhs, right? This morning, I'll share how I've taken the entry, but as part of that process, I'll also talk about what are the new things that are coming up. So the first and foremost thing that you will see here is now you have an option to shift hedges. So you can specify how far the hedge should be. मैंने अगर यहाँ 200 पॉइंट दूर बोला है और मैं शिफ्ट पे चेक करता हूँ तो मेरा अगर 200 पॉइंट दूर है hedge, if I have a hedge which is 200 points away, whenever I move position, be it manually, be it through automation, my hedges will also shift along with it. the only criteria to remember is the hedge quantity should be either greater than or less equal to the quantity that you shifting. मतलब अगर मैंने 1000 क्वांटिटी hedge ले रखा है और 1000 क्वांटिटी सोल्ड है, तो अगर मैं 1/4 क्वांटिटी शिफ्ट करता हूँ तो 1/4 hedges शिफ्ट हो जाएंगे जो 200 पॉइंट दूर है. अगर आपके 200 पॉइंट दूर hedges नहीं थे तो कुछ भी नहीं होगा, और अगर hedges हैं तो सारे ऑटोमेशन में, सारे मैनुअल में, मूवमेंट्स में, एडजस्टमेंट्स में hedges भी साथ में शिफ्ट हो जाएंगे. I'll show this in action. एक second instance पे, right? Along with that, we've also added. Let me get the list. करके चलते हैं. So we talked about shifting of hedges. Second is आपको यहाँ पे SL auto SL दिखेगा. So whenever I take a position, I can put an auto SL as soon as I take a position. I'll check this checkbox. अभी लाइव ट्रेड चल रहा है ये, लेकिन मैं एक छोटा सा क्वांटिटी यहाँ पे लेके दिखाता हूँ. जब 50 क्वांटिटी लेते हैं और SL 100%. अभी मैं यहाँ पे अगर इसको as soon as I take this, 100% कैलकुलेट करके उसने SL लगा दिया और ऑटोमेटिकली चेक भी हो गया. तो अब ये इफ यू वांट कि मेरा SL ऑटोमेटिकली लग जाए जैसे ही मैं पोजीशन लूं, यू कैन स्पेसिफाई कितना SL परसेंटेज है, ऑटो SL चेक्ड है, तो विद एवरी एडजस्टमेंट एज वेल ये लगेगा. सो अगर मैं 23800 से शिफ्ट करता हूँ 23750 पे जाता हूँ, मूव क्लोजर, you'll notice पोजीशन भी मूव हो गई, मेरा SL भी आ गया. मुझे वापस से जाके SL को चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है, SL ऑटोमेटिकली लग जाएगा. ये दिस विल वर्क व्हेन यू आर नॉट यूजिंग SL एट ब्रोकर. सो फार अगर आपके SL सिस्टम में है, देन दिस विल वर्क. as soon as I check SL at broker, auto SL will get unchecked. मैं अभी हटा देता हूँ पोजीशन को. So this is your automatically setting SL when you take a position. यहाँ पे टोटल वैल्यू पे काफी टाइम से लोगों की रिक्वेस्ट थी कि क्या टोटल वैल्यू है कॉल और पुट की. दैट आल्सो वी स्टार्टेड शोइंग. इसके बाद एक ही आउटस्टैंडिंग आस्था सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर पे काफी लोग काम करते हैं. सो पीपल वांटेड कि मेरे सारे के बदले सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर पे रूल्स बन जाए. तो अभी ऑब्वियसली आई जस्ट अनचेक दिस. इफ आई चेक सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर, तो अब मेरे सारा स्पॉट डिफरेंस, स्ट्रैगल और स्ट्रैंगल विल वर्क ऑन सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर इंस्टेड ऑफ स्पॉट. तो अभी मैं यहाँ पे 28 है, इसको मैं 50 कर देता हूँ just to show this in a live example. You'll also see कि when synthetic feature is below 23,600, it will move my put away. When the synthetic future is above 750, it will move my call. So instead of working on spot, I can do that on synthetic future now. If I change this to, let's say, 46, the value changes to 23,746. So now I have, because I have in the money also checked, तो मैं सारी की सारी चीजें synthetic future पे कर सकता हूँ. अगर मैं synthetic future पे करना चाहता हूँ, I can do an uncheck here. मेरा अब सब कुछ spot पे हो. Put it back to 28 and 28 जो मेरी actual live position. Along with that, आपके rules भी अब synthetic future पे बन सकते हैं. यहाँ पे by default spot था. I can choose a rule which is on synthetic future. You will see synthetic future. यहाँ पे अब synthetic future की value आ रही है. अगर मैं इसको spot की करूँगा तो spot की value आएगी. I can now create rules on synthetic future कि जब synthetic future is, let's say, greater than 23,750, then I want to add more quantity. So that way I can create multiple rules on synthetic futures versus creating them on spot. So this was something that has been asked for a long time. एक यहाँ पे price difference में भी एक नया feature add हुआ है, which is price matching. So what happens a lot of times कि जब हम पास में आते हैं तो we had an option of either coming closer by 1 strike or by 2 strike if you have move by 2 strike selected. You can now use a price matching functionality. If you check this checkbox, जब भी दूसरा leg पास में आएगा तो it will look at the price of the other leg and will try to take the position as per the LTP of the other leg. तो आपका हो सकता है 3 strike दूर हो, 4 strike दूर हो, irrespective of whether you have move by 2 strike checked or unchecked. अगर price match checked है तो it will try and match the price when it's trying to come closer. I'll show this in live example as well. So I'm trying to cover Hindi and English both, right? तो अगर price match check कर रखा है, तो जब call और put के difference बढ़ जाता है, और मान लीजिए आपका call पास में आ रहा है put के, तो put की जो price चल रही होगी, उसकी price को match करके उसके closest match जो LTP चल रहा होगा, उस position को लेके आएगा call. तो शिफ्टिंग के टाइम पे नाउ आप प्राइस मैच भी कर सकते हैं ताकि आपकी पोजीशन एक या दो स्ट्राइक से ज्यादा हो तो भी मूव कर जाए. So this is on the price difference. Next is LPP based जो रिजेक्शंस आ रहे हैं अभी मार्केट में, राइट, उसका भी हम लोगों ने इसमें लॉजिक डाला है कि अगर LPP based कोई रिजेक्शन आएगा, then the system will try a limit order with the limit percentage that you've set again, right? So it will try at least 3 times for an LPP rejection. तो अगर फर्स्ट टाइम भी रिजेक्ट हुआ LPP के कारण, फिर सेकंड टाइम हुआ, फिर थर्ड टाइम हुआ, then it'll stop. But it will try 3 times for LPP based rejections which we've been facing lately, right? तो लिमिट प्राइस प्रोटेक्शन, अगर इसके बारे में आपको नहीं पता है तो मैं इधर एक सर्कुलर चैट में डाल दूंगा, which is एक्सचेंज के रेगुलेशन के हिसाब से योर लिमिट प्राइस of your order should not be above a certain प्राइस बैंड दैट इज ओपन, राइट? तो हम किसी भी प्राइस पे लिमिट ऑर्डर नहीं डाल सकते, हमें एक प्राइस बैंड देता है एक्सचेंज जो हर 30 सेकंड्स पे अपडेट होती है, उसी प्राइस बैंड पे ही हम लिमिट ऑर्डर डाल सकते हैं, उसी के अंदर डाल सकते हैं, नहीं तो एक्सचेंज रिजेक्ट कर देता है. तो वो प्राइस बैंड हर 30 सेकंड्स पे अपडेट होती है या हर 10 रिजेक्शन पे अपडेट होती है. I can talk about LPP in another video, but that is a very I think issue that is an issue that everybody is facing these days कि प्राइस बहुत जल्दी जंप कर जाता है, LPP रेंज एक्सपायर नहीं हुई है, हमारा ऑर्डर रिजेक्ट हो गया, तो ट्रेड फ्लो से वापस से अगर LPP के कारण रिजेक्शन आया है तो ऑर्डर विल गो थ्रू. So it will try again, right? There's no guarantee that the order will go through, but will try again with a new price based on the limit percentage specified. So that's this. I'll take questions at the end, right? We are also introducing a more interesting concept, which is काफी लोग पूरे पोजीशन पे एसएल, पूरी क्वांटिटी पे एसएल नहीं लगाना चाहते. So what we are introducing now is something as half plus R. So what this half plus R, basically half of the quantity plus remaining quantity. तो होगा क्या कि मान लीजिए अगर मैंने यहाँ पे अभी एसएल लगाता हूँ 25 का और मेरा एसएल आधी क्वांटिटी पे लग रहा है, अभी आधी क्वांटिटी पे जैसे ही मेरी कट जाएगी क्वांटिटी, as soon as half of my quantity is squared off, the remaining half पे automatically SL लग जाएगा. It will put for the full quantity which is remaining with the new stop loss price which is calculated based on जो percentage आपने दिया है. So we'll take an example, but this is a way for you to have partial exits. You can say half of the quantity I want to exit first, but on the remaining half I still want to put an SL, and that SL will automatically apply as soon as your first half quantity has been squared. So a dynamic way of squaring off a position instead of squaring off like half quantity and then going and putting an SL on the remaining half, or putting an SL on the full quantity. All this will be applicable when you are not using SL at broker, when you're using SL in the system. Let me look at, yeah, the last but not least is we introducing ATM strategies. So what you see here is that you are seeing 5 straddles which will keep changing based on the market movement. So at present the straddle is 23,650. If this goes above 675, straddle will change to 23,700. तो आपको लिखा है, I can set a rule and say जब मुझे ये 110 के ऊपर जाएगा, when it breaches, only then I want to enter 300 quantity. So I can set the rule, and in case of a spike, if the combined premium of the ATM is greater than 110, which it could be any strike, it could be 23,700. Right now it is 23,700. As you can see, as soon as the spot went above 675, it went up. As soon as the spot went below 675, sorry, 75, it went to 23,650. So now, irrespective of when the spike comes, you don't have to continuously monitor which strike. You can just put a rule on the ATM itself and say, okay, when the combined premium is greater than 300, 110, I want to enter 300. That's exactly what I did today. Right? So all my entries were actually, if you look at the order logs, right, pretty much all the entries were during a spike, and that's why we are sitting at almost 5% on the capital deployed. I've deployed close to 25 lakhs right now. I think 25, 27 odd. Right? But the entries were at a combined premium. So and also I have add hedges selected. Right? So when I took this position, so my hedges were, I didn't have to take hedges manually or in advance whenever the position comes. So let me show that in action. I'll make it 90. Let's do it 80 and just take 300 quantity. I want to sell 300 quantity when the combined premium goes above 80. And I want to add hedges which are, let's say, for the sake of this example, 350 quantity. So now I can just sit and relax and I'll wait for a spike to come. When a spike comes in, the system will take care of taking the position, but along with taking the position, it will also take the hedges. So my position, so let me just do 300 because I'm already sitting at 300 point. 300 point. So I've made it as 300. So whenever there is a spike, I'll get okay. Looks like we just got. Right? So the straddle was at 23,700. So we got an entry which is the 300 quantity. So I can show you the order book. So we got 300, 300. That's it. This 300, 300. So these are the sell and these are the buy. So the buy order went before the sell order, and we got a 23,700 straddle because the price went above 80. Last not least, again, just yeah, we are introducing the re-entry concept for any open limit orders that were sent through TradeFlow. Right? Anything that you put outside TradeFlow, you can place a limit order to buy something at a lower price, and you can keep a limit order outside TradeFlow. But if you have placed a limit order, which is uh, most likely because you placed a limit order while taking an entry or while moving, and that order never got filled, then there is a concept of retry that we are introducing, ranging from 1 second to 40 seconds, uh, to 10 seconds. So if I have this checked and I put a retry of, let's say, 10 seconds, then every 10 seconds it will check if there is a limit order which is pending. It will, if the answer is yes, then it will retry that limit order with a new limit price. So these are the 10 new features that we are introducing in the coming release. I know a lot of people have been patiently waiting for the new release. Apologies for the delay, but there are a lot of features that we've added. Most importantly, shifting of hedges, uh, price matching for price difference, use of synthetic futures. Okay, one more important thing. You can see in my instance the RMS limit, right? So I've set a limit which I can set every day once for the index. So I've set an 1,90,000 as a limit for all my open positions in FinNifty. So if my RMS is breached, which means if I am losing 1,90,000 at any given point of time, all the positions will automatically square off and trade flow will go into a read only mode. So this is basically to stop myself from over trading. Right? So this feature is also will be available for all the users where you have an option to set the RMS for a day. It is only valid for a day and it can only be set once. You do not have an option to change that RMS once set. So once you have this functionality, make sure you set your RMS value negative. You set a value where you definitely want to exit the positions and you don't want to take any more trades. And so that is your like final check कि इतना पैसा गया तो उसके बाद मैं वापस से नहीं एंट्री लूंगा. मेरे लिए वो 1,90,000 है. तो मैंने वो सेट कर दी थी सुबह आते से ही ट्रेड लिया. अब मैं इसको चेंज नहीं कर सकता. कितनी बार भी बंद करूं चालू करूं. आई कैन ट्रेड अनदर इंडेक्स दो. अगर मुझे फिर निफ्टी के बदले मैं निफ्टी खोलता हूँ तो निफ्टी में मुझे ट्रेडिंग अलाउ होगी अगर मेरा आरएमएस भले ही ब्रीच हो गया हो निफ्टी में अगर मैंने सेट नहीं किया. Okay, let me look at the position because I haven't looked at the position. We are at 25 quantities, 2,500 quantities, and 6. So 30, Okay. I'm okay to go in the money by 20 points. It will be one, and I'll see. This is now my live position. Okay, I'm gonna start looking. So you can ask your questions on the chat, or you can send a WhatsApp message to me. We'll be monitoring that. Questions are on the chat. See what is happening. Like need to do rolling off in PNL of ASF. So I'm using a rolling PNL of 2 lakhs. So whatever is my maximum PNL, like 90, so then my exit PNL will keep reducing. The target for on this is 2 lakhs, which is quite high. It's almost, look at the margin. Okay, I'm not looking at ROI and all this because I disabled it for my account, but you can take a look at ROI and all that. Okay, let's see. I'll look at the questions. So from top, thank you, Sripati. We will start rolling it out from Monday. So this is a live. This is the version that I am using on my account. I want to use this for at least 5 days before I give it to users for using, right? So that's why we there are a lot of features. There are almost 10 new features that are coming in. So we want to test it out for this week, and then we'll try to roll out from Monday on. And we'll try to launch out for all the brokers. Thank you, Option Seller 100. Hi, Traders Cafe. I think thank you. So Option Seller 100 and Traders Cafe, they've been doing an amazing job of teaching what strategy that they are doing, what are the how are they taking the positions. So do check out their YouTube channels as well. I'll repeat, Option Seller 100 and Traders Cafe. Both are TradeFlow users for a very long time. They've been doing exceptionally good. So worth checking out what they are doing. Like Option Seller has mentioned, he's going to go live after this. Make sure hedge don't get squared off. Yes, so in P&L option, there is you have an option of all sold, all buy, and higher value. Right. So all sold, if I leave this as all sold, then my hedges will not get squared off if my exit P&L is met. Right. So if my loss goes to minus 1 lakh now, and if my position is exiting, the hedges will not exit because I've said all sold, irrespective of whether the checkbox is checked. The same is also available on the top. Right? If you're doing manually, you can say all sold or buy. So, right, let's say, let's do this, right? If the premium goes above, let's say 95, I just want to exit all my position. I can just click this and say all sold. So if suddenly there's a spike, I'm sitting at a decent profit. If there's a spike, I want to just exit all my positions. I can also do that on a combined premium of the strategy. And so that straddle could be any straddle at that point of time. But I'm only saying that if there is a spike and the premiums are above 95, I must exit all sold, all buy, half of the quantity. Right? So I have all the flexibility. So, so all straddle options basically is you getting you can see the strike as well, right? So this will keep moving as the spot moves. Currently it is on spot. We will introduce a synthetic future option as well. But when the spot is above 23,675, the ATM straddle will become 23,700. When the spot is below 23,675, the ATM straddle is 23,650. And so when the spot is moving, my ATM straddle moves. In here, it will show you which strike and it will show the current premium. So you can track where it will also give a bit of direction. I think if you were following in the morning, the drop was kind of expected and it was showing in the premium prices. So the ATM -1 was actually cheaper than the ATM strategy. So people were actually willing to sell it at a cheaper price. So that means the expected move was there. Yes, yes, Shreyans, we can look into giving an option where we will, you can have, uh, we are actually looking at strangle options as well, right? So some people are not comfortable with straddles, they want to get strangles. So I'm also exploring an option where we can give a similar tab for strangle where the strangle will be +5, +7, +8, right? So like I said, right now I can see the premiums are expanding and that's why my MTM is also going up, right? So let's take some more entry when it's above 100. So 25 points. Yes, plus 25 points for, so whatever is the strike gap, half of that. If the strike gaps are 50, then it's 25 points. If the strike gap is 100, then it's 50 points. I can look at my payoff and it's just obviously I'm not keeping the ROI here, but it shows me the max profit and max loss and the break even points. So I know where the break even is and what is the maximum profit and maximum loss that I can run this. Also, you can check, right? So how throughout the day our position was performing, right? So I'd taken the position in the morning, right? And then uh, yeah. Okay. In between, I've done some paper trading, so I think I need to look at why the paper trading data is also coming up. But this is live trade. I can show you finally my position, and this is where it is just 1,10,000, and then we are around 70. Look at the comments that are on WhatsApp. Thank you, thank you. A lot of comments coming in out of what we've done. Yes, I think there are certain. So honestly, the analytical part that we have not focused too much on. I think in the next release we are introducing a few things. First and foremost, a target value where you can set a target for your option price, your premiums. Right, if the target is met, then it will automatically square off. Uh, Second, we are also introducing a graph here, right, where you can check the ATM straddle prices throughout the day and see what the high was, what the low was, right, throughout the day. So that should also help in taking a decision. So those are the two things. And if there are any other asks, right, do let us know. I think, as you can see, your feedback is being taken very seriously. It takes a while. A lot of people have been complaining, okay, I've asked for a feature, but uh, not received the feature yet. Obviously, there are a lot of requests, there are a lot of asks for features. We try and club them as much as possible. So, like I said, I think your ask to shift hedges is now there. Your ask for auto SL is also there. Your ask for RMS limit, right? If uh, this much loss is in the position right now, just square out that specific index positions. Price matching and price difference there. Everything in synthetic future versus spot is also there. ATM straddles are now there. You can create rules on ATM straddles. What else? Retry options. These have the option of adding VWAP and straddle chart. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So do share your feedback. I think best way would be to send a WhatsApp message to either of our numbers. Right? We do consolidate all the feedback that we get, and we prioritize them based on how much impact it will have on all the users. Okay, so let's go back to our trade. Right? I think the market has been moving up and down. I'll quickly do good. Okay, so where are we right now? Okay, we are at 23,660. Okay, it's been a while. I'm done live trading, so if I make some mistakes, just bear with me. Uh, just trying to. Yeah, Shripati, that's actually work in progress. We every time we keep adding because there are a lot of requests. Arch, I would request you to please do not send the same message again and again. We've read your message. We appreciate that you are interested and you are interested even with the lesser capital. So the reason the product is priced on a higher side is this is running on a machine, on a dedicated cloud-based machine. Uh, we with the features coming in, we keep on increasing the performance and throughput of the machine. There is a huge cost that comes up with every machine that we give. It's an individual box that we give. We are not doing resource sharing here, both for privacy reasons and for security reasons. So that's why the prices are higher. We also have a live support, right? So our team actively works with each and every subscriber to help them understand the product better. How can they use it for their style of trading? So unfortunately, we won't be able to reduce the price. We are actually considering increasing the price. If you haven't taken subscription, do try and take it before 1st of October. Most likely the prices may go up. A list of brokers that we support now. There are almost 100 plus brokers that we're supporting. Uh, we are working with some brokers where they want to offer TradeFlow to their customers for a nominal charge. So maybe we will be announcing some exciting news in that front. Okay, why you have not selected price check today and why spot difference? Very good question, right? So usually, if you look at all any of my price previous videos, you will notice that I would work with pricing versus spot. The reason I'm doing with regards to spot is lately you will see that the price moves very abruptly where the spot has not moved. So if the spot is not moving and the price is moving, I would rather move with the spot rather than with the price. And majority of time, what I've seen is the price goes up exponentially and then comes back. Right? So because of the large volume that we have right now, right? So huge number of people SLs are getting hit at the same price, and that's why there's a sudden spike in the price because of the liquidity crunch where the spot has not moved. So I'd rather stick with the spot than the price, at least on Fin Nifty. Right? If this was Bank Nifty, maybe I would have chosen a price check over a spot difference. Also, because I'm very close to the spot, I'm extremely close. I'm not very comfortable sitting so close in Fin Nifty. But the reason I am sitting so close is because I've taken an entry in a spike only. Right? So I didn't take an entry abruptly. All my entries were through rules where I've taken an entry only when there was a premium spike. Okay. Any specific question? Right? There are a lot of new users as well. There is any feature that you're not clear about? Any thing that you want me to cover? More than happy to cover. As of now, the market is showing signs of going down. So I'm gonna on the put side, I'm gonna reduce this to maybe 15 because suddenly I think the put prices would go up. I think the brokerage is gone because there is everyday expiry, right? We are used to one for a very long time. We would only trade expiries uh, once a week. Now we have 6 expiries in 5 days. So, and we are trading expiries. Obviously, our brokerages will go up. There's no doubt about it, right? So, uh, and like you said, we are in touch with brokers where they are interested in offering trade flow to their customers. So we'll keep updating as soon as and when we have some news. Your tick weight gone down from 5 days to 1 tick. Your views? Yes, the reason is so I want to be early in the game to move rather than waiting, right? Because these days, what I'm seeing is if I'm waiting for anything more than 2 ticks, I'm getting the worst possible price. Maybe because I was doing strangles, I was far off, and they were getting impacted very badly. Versus the straddle, where the other leg was at least compensating to some extent. In a strangle, if I have to wait for 5 ticks, 9 out of 10 times I am at the worst price possible. So that's why I've reduced that to 1 tick. And also it's already 130. And so honestly, I would just square off this position right now. I will do that for another 15 minutes. I'll stay in this trade maximum. What I'll do is I'll basically say when it's less than 70, I want to buy. But then the problem is I don't know which strike will be there. Can't do that. I think because with the ATM, I don't know which strike it will go below 70. So what I was trying to do was, I'll just explain what I was thinking of doing is when the combined premium is below 70, is it worth staying when there is these 2 more hours left? And knowing the nature of NFT, I would rather uh, reduce the quantity. There was some question, and then I can see that. So as of now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start reducing my quantity slowly, where I'm going to just go to my trade custom, which is 700 to 300 quantity. We'll start buying. Currently, it is ATM straddle is around 72. If this goes around 50, I think I'll start squaring off start booking some profits. We'll take an entry again, right? We've hardly used like 27 lakhs. We've not used. Yes, Sandesh. So I took an entry through ATM strategy where I had a rule for 130. So I'll show you the orders here. If you look at the orders, I'll show my order book as well. So at 916, I had taken 100 quantity just to sense what the market is doing. Right? Then my entry was at 121. Right? So when there was a spike, the combined premium was 121. Right? So I had a rule of when the combined premium is more than 120, then take an entry. Similarly, I got an entry here at 129, almost 130. Okay? So all my entries, if you look at here, is again around 128. And so I didn't enter uh, right at the beginning of the day, right? So if you can see, these are staggered entry, but these entries are so. This was almost what 170, so 150. Sorry, not in this one, 77 and 65, almost 130. And so that's why you can see the amount of decay that has happened from 160. Right now, we are sitting at 70, 70 to under 70. Right? I think it's a very good time to book my profits. I'll take an entry again, and we'll take an entry again through again uh, making sure that we is good enough. With this, I'm going to square off the hedges also. So 1.12. Okay. Let's think. Let's see if we can now take an entry. I'll take an entry based on a rule. Right? So I'm going to say when it is greater than 85, when I'll sell. I may get, I may not get, but I'm completely okay because I don't want to enter where at the worst pricing possible. I want to enter at the best pricing possible. And since my add hedges is checked, I don't have to worry about hedges being added or not. I can even do limit orders here. Say 20%. Uh, I'll if there are any specific questions around the features, I can go through them. Right? If you want me to cover the new features again, I can do that as well. Just let me know in the chat what would you want me to cover. So I closed my position. I'll just show also that these are live positions. These are not pay trades. Here, this is the actual position. And we'll match the XTS. This is a screenshot taken from XTS. And if you want to compare, I think you should compare. Don't trust me blindly. There are too many fakes in the market, so it's best to make sure that everything that you see is actually genuine. So why I opted for custom rule? Because I wanted to just look at the premium, so I just created the custom rule of 700 and 650. I was looking at the premium and I squared. So now there are multiple ways I can enter again, right? So, but I don't want to enter unless I see a recent spike. Right? There is still a good 1 hour 20 minutes left. 41, right? So almost 2 hours left. We still have a lot of time, and knowing the nature of it, I'm gonna play it easy. I hope you had a decent day. I know there was a huge movement in Nifty since morning, right? So you can avoid taking entries right at the start of the day. What we've seen is there are opportunities during the day. And position size is very critical. I had only deployed 1/4 of the capital. Didn't deploy the full 1 CR. I think the maximum I've used today was 27 to 20. And that's how I wanted to keep is managing my risk. कॉल करता हूँ मैं वापस कॉल करता हूँ वापस थोड़ी okay there are no questions the quantity and margin feature not working for many weeks yes so quantity and margin feature what has happened is a lot of times what we've seen is the pricing in the first few minutes is where it's becoming a challenge where you can when you specify the price to select, right? A lot of times we're not getting the price when we query, and that's why it asked in certain accounts where the pricing were not coming in. We are coming up with a fix in the next release. So I think along with this feature release, we will have a version where it will try and fetch the prices to a different way. I will definitely update Vijayji about the issue that you had faced, quantity and margin. So quantity will work when you select. So let's say I'll just change this. Let's take a take a triangle. Okay. What do you call quantity? Right now I'm taking this. So I'm taking an entry. Okay, I have price clear all rules. Set and yep. So if I want to add more quantity to this, right, I can just add 100 and click on enter now. So 100 will get added to all the legs. You'll see it became 400. If I want to add another 150, I can click on enter now, and 150 gets added to all four legs. That's on the quantity. The margin part, a lot of times, the broker needs to have a margin calculator. Only then we can provide. Uh, so only then we can provide, right? If the broker doesn't provide a margin calculator, then the margin option will not even be available. How do you suggest to handle spikes? Say you are having a position ATM straddle moves from 75 to 220, then obviously comes down to 75. You think through it. So I would actually take an entry at 120, right? And at 75, I would have exited like I did right now. So I would rather stay in the market for maybe an hour or two, not more than that. If I'm staying for longer, that means my position sizing is very little, right? So I like if I was just doing 25,000 quantity, 2,500 quantity, where I could have easily done 10,000. So these spikes will not hurt me. Actually, I'll have enough margin to add more quantity in that spike. So I would rather, this is exactly what I'm doing right now. I've left it at 85. If I'll get 900 quantity and I'll get at a better price. Right now it's at 85 is actually very low. I would like to keep this at 110 because I'm done with the day. I'm happy with whatever I've made in Nifty so far. Maybe we'll look at it again around 230, 245, whatever premium is. So to answer your question, I would rather not manage it. I would rather exit if I'm at 75 before 230, and I'll rather take an entry at 120 through a rule like this. Where enter when there is a spike. You can also do an exit, right? But then exit, you'll have to do all. So all your positions needs to exit. I can create a rule where just to show an example, right? I can say when it's greater than 800, I want to exit all my positions. That way, let's say when 75 is going to 120, you can have a rule at 85 saying that if the combined premium is greater than 85, right now exit all the positions. So at least you get a better uh, most likely along with this wheel, right? So in the release will be a Finvasia price issue fix and there will be a fix for the margin. And the reason being we need to have that for synthetic futures. So yes, unless if there's a problem with the pricing of, on a particular broker, then obviously synthetic future becomes very tricky to work. So we will have, like I said, right, synthetic futures exactly. Another you will have for sure. So we uh, in between it was working completely fine, then it stopped again. And some IDs have started facing problem on the price front. Sure. But that's not very common across the board. It's a few set of users which we are okay. I think Option Seller 100 was about to do a live stream, so maybe I can close mine. And guys, you can do check out Traders Cafe and Option Sellers 100. If there are any other users who are doing live streaming or who have their own free channel where you are sharing knowledge, do let us know. I'll try and see if I can learn something from that as well. Never too late to learn. So at 85, we might get an entry. So right now we're just sitting idle. So we got 550 quantity. So, we will take an entry if it goes above 85. Okay, but along with that, what I'll do is I'll make sure that I need to have spot difference as well because I'm taking an ATM strategy. So I also want to make sure that if let's say the move continues, right, I'm able to adjust my position. The moment I enter at 85 to call 15 and put 15, I'm actually saying I'm okay to stay in the money for 15, maybe because I'm taking position 22. 22 is fine, up to 22 points. Okay, let's see if we get an entry again. Do you track open interest for trading? No, I've stopped trading open interest more. I burned my hands a few times following open interest. I have stopped tracking open interest. A million open interest changes minutes. Not sure how useful it can be. Maybe I have not learned how to use it. So just to repeat, right? आप late join करे हो तो now you can shift your positions both manually and through automation. You can have your rules on synthetic futures. So your straddle, strangle, spot difference, even rules can be on synthetic futures. You can do price difference में price matching. It will match the other leg. Consider daily RMS limit. इस लिमिट से ज़्यादा अगर मेरा नुकसान हुआ तो मेरी सारी पोजीशन अपने आप कट जाए और ट्रेड को अपने आप रीड ओनली मोड में चला जाएगा। आपके पास ऑटोमेटिक एसएल का ऑप्शन है कि अगर जैसे ही पोजीशन आएगी ऑटोमेटिकली एसएल भी लग जाए मेरा। यू कैन डिफाइन अ परसेंटेज सेइंग कि कितना परसेंटेज एसएल लग, अगर 100% डाला है तो 100% के हिसाब से उस एसटीपी का 100% एसएल। टोटल वैल्यू आपको दिख रही है। आपको एलपीपी के रिजेक्शंस के लिए लॉजिक है कि एलपीपी के कारण जो ऑर्डर्स रिजेक्ट होंगे दे विल बी रीट्राइड अगेन। लिमिट ऑर्डर्स जो पेंडिंग में पड़े हैं और x number of seconds which is configurable, those limit orders will also be retried if you have a retry option check. ATM strategy हमने देख लिया है। SL broker based? No, auto SL is not broker based. Auto SL is on the system here. So, but the SL is a zero tick and it is based on the LTP. जिस LTP पे पोजीशन आई होगी उसका 100%, बिकॉज एवरेज प्राइस कुछ भी हो सकती है। आपने सुबह 100 का बेचा था, अभी 2 रुपये चल रहा है, तो 2 रुपये का 100% लेना है, ना कि 100 रुपये का एवरेज प्राइस। इट विल बी ऑन द LTP। आपने कोई पोजीशन ले रखी है उसके बाद उसमें ऐड करी तो ऑटो एसएल नहीं लगेगा। जब आप फर्स्ट टाइम पोजीशन ले रहे हो ऑटो एसएल चेक है तो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने अभी ये 20 का लगा रखा है, मैं यहाँ पे और 100 क्वांटिटी ऐड करता हूँ तो लगा रखा है। अगर ये अनचेक था उसके बाद मैंने ऑटो एसएल चेक करा और पोजीशन और ऐड करी, ऑटो एसएल चेक किया और ऐड करी तो चेक नहीं करेगा ऑटोमेटिक। तो आप यूज करेंगे 2 मिनट में पता चल जाएगा। वेरी we've tried to keep it simple. सारे SL related controls नीचे ले आए हैं। Okay, so now you can see मुझे 85 जैसे ही हुआ मुझे एंट्री मिल गई, बट मेरा स्पॉट के कारण it actually shifted my position. So let's see here क्या हुआ। We'll just look at the orders. यहाँ पे हमारा ऑर्डर 100 क्वांटिटी का था, 900 का। हमने बाय बाय करा, ये सेल हुआ, फिर से बाय और फिर से सेल। ये शिफ्ट हुआ क्योंकि मेरी पोजीशन शिफ्ट हुई, पोजीशन 700 पी से 650 पी दूर चला गया क्योंकि मैंने 21 पॉइंट्स का 22 पॉइंट्स का so I got an entry at a better price. If you look at the pricing, I got an entry at 58 and 25, so almost 70 80 84. So you have an option for both, right? If you have an SL at broker, so SL at broker पे लगेगा. If you don't want SL at broker, you can do SL in the system without you leave SL at broker unchecked. The system में SL. We'll make this as 27. दे सकता हूँ तो अब हम 85 पे फिर से अगर मिला तो that's pretty much we kind of done for the questions on chat. I'm not going to name some brokers, but there are brokers there we are having a lot of challenge. There's hardly any support from them. When we raise a query, we don't get answers. Kind of try to tell them that we will stop taking this, we don't fix these issues, but we are not getting any positive response. Right? So uh, there are a handful of brokers like that where this is not working out for us. Give the kind of uh, seamless execution that we're giving with majority of the brokers. Right? There few people have, and I warned people when they were taking. I've shared that there are build issues. Try to get as open as possible, but obviously I'm not going to name them right now on the. There are instances where we've had a difficult run with a certain set of brokers because tech is outsourced, don't have a strong tech team, can even look at the queries, things like that. Okay, I've changed that to 70. I'm sitting at a very small quantity compared to what majority of you guys must be trading. Yes, what just happened? Still, there was a huge move. Got some entry. Okay, time to look at this little actively. And 17.6 total move. Okay, though. I want to risk off half of realize that. So I had 100 rule, right? So that's why I got an entry at the spike again. You can see 47 900 quantity, almost 99 pay. Like how much time is left? It's almost 210. Move this closer. You can see my hedges also moved along with it, right? So I don't have to now worry about hedges. The moment I move my position, the hedges also moved along with it. Because I have shift hedges for 300 points away. So if I have 300 points away hedge, it's going to keep moving the hedge along with it. I still have my rolling PNL. So because we had reached 1,20,000, the rolling was at minus 83, and I have my RMS of 1,90,000. So if my loss is more than 1,90,000, I will square off. Now my position is fine. I think I'm still slightly skewed. I'm balanced. I can see the call premium is 45,000 and 48,000. Still well balanced. To 17 and 17. I don't want to. So if the call goes above 670, 667, my call will risk off. If the put goes below 23 583, then the put will risk. Since I'm sitting at a decent profit, I can take like risk, but my quantity sizing is still 1/4, not deployed full quantity. What is scary is the premium had gone all the way to 66. From there, it is now back to 84, and it had touched 100. Right? So we actually took an entry at 100. So this is what is worrisome for me. So decent size candle, 45-point candle. Nifty is notorious, right? So see, we took an exit at around 70 price, right? So when the combined premium was around 70, now obviously we have a 14-point edge because we took some entry at 85, some at 90, some at not reflecting yet, but it will eventually reflect, right? The struggle cannot be more than 50 points. If interesting, make it 100. Almost two. We have an hour 30 minutes. Currently running at 70. Entering if it goes above. I have to look at my payoff chart. Obviously, my risk is my max loss is way high because my hedges are far off. This is the time where I should look at my hedges and bring them close. At least not for margin benefit, I have enough margin, but in a black swan event, right? The maximum that I'm okay to lose. I'm gonna at least conclusion. Move to my quantity. I think I need to Make sure I have extra hedges. Overlap. Download. Yes. So yesterday, Bank Nifty, sorry, Bank X was again up like this. I'm very scared. I was up by almost 80,000, and then the up move came. And unfortunately, I was not looking at the screen. I realized my MS had taken off. So I think having the rate setting is extremely important nowadays. Okay, when will this be available? I will try and come online, do more of these sessions. We'll try to explain these features before we release. So just to let you know, right, we have a full documentation that goes out with every release, which will talk about all these features. We also try and make videos, content explaining these uh, features. So you can also check them out on our YouTube channel, where it will cover what are these features and how do these features work. Uh, as and when we release, so do subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you get notification whenever we're going live or whenever there's a new feature or a video that comes. So as you can see, we had entered at 85, now the ATM is at 64, right? But still there is decent 1 hour 20 minutes left, right? I'm still not increasing my position size. So I think if you had seen my previous videos, I am usually all in by now, which is not the case, and that's because of the market. And especially because it's Fin Nifty. Still using approx 30 lakhs of our margin. Still have 70 left, which we use. Maybe we'll deploy it in the last, see how the market behaves. There's again a sudden jump, then we will think of deploying. The risk on upside is there, but 900 quantity, just managing it through position sizing. Have 1550 quantity, which is at 7. I'm saying I'm okay to go in the money up to 17 points on either side. What that means is at 667, my call will risk off. At on the downside, there's enough room, right? Not at least one. These days, the upside moves are more brutal. 5T plus. Very nice. Yeah, I think whatever works, right? So it is up to how much MTM you're comfortable with, swings you're comfortable with. We had gone to break even, by the way. Right? That down move, I open my P&L chart. We had almost gone to what, 20,000. But it didn't matter to me. The reason being, I knew the logic was correct. Uh, Worst to worst, what would happen is my 83,000 would get hit and I am out of the trade, which is fine. It is market. It is risky to stay in a trade. The more you stay, the higher the risk. The longer you stay, the higher the risk. That's why I cut my position and back. I took a re-entry again. Some of our users are doing exceptionally good. Right? I've been talking to a lot of users, been exceptionally good. This kind of a market, getting a double-digit return, really less than a disciplined trader. Okay, time for a break. Before I go on a break, uh, let me just check everything. I'm not taking any more positions when I'm on a break. Gonna manage my risk by saying let's just risk this right now. Risk of it on let's with equal quantity. So my edge is 200 points away there and 200 points. Now also, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna stay away by 15 points. So instead of going in the money, I'm now saying okay to risk off when it's 17 points closer to my strike. So basically, what that means is if now if the spot goes to let's take it down to so you can read it here as well. When the spot is below 23,620, it will risk off my put. When the spot is above 23,680, it will risk off my put. So that way, I'm playing very safe. Obviously, I'm not in front of the PC, right? I still have my P&L checked, 83,000 negative, and RMS of 1,90,000. So if negative 83,000 is touched, it will square off. If for some reason, let's say it should not happen, but let's say if there was a move which was so huge that the P&L goes all the way to minus 1,90,000, then it will obviously square off all the positions like it would have done for exit P&L, but it will also make the trade flow read only. So it will do two things. It will stop me from over trading and it will still exit. Okay, I will be back in few minutes. Take a 7-minute break and we'll be back. Thank you. The screen is live. The mic. You know if the audio is there. So it's do I need to change anything? 9 and 30. I can come closer now. आवाज आ रही है? Just let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me via message. Yeah. Okay. So I have to look at should I be taking more risk or not. Right now 750. It is think okay. So in the right now more comfortable with parallel. With 1 hour left. We'll do price difference. Top data 40. So when will this happen? इसका इंटेंशन क्या है प्राइस डिफरेंस को चेक करने का? एक साइड का मूव आता है नीचे की तरफ का तो मेरा कॉल नीचे आ जाएगा, कॉल आएगा तो 23 का मिलेगा। ये तो यहाँ पे वो 17 के आसपास होना चाहिए था। It is fine. Don't want to move too early. We have about 50,000 more to grab. और लेना है make it 75. अगर कोई मूव आता है तो we'll add and it's greater than 70. Synthetic is also right now ज़्यादा स्क्यू डायरेक्शन का नहीं पता चलता। It is now minus 67. कोई मूव आएगा तो मोस्ट लाइकली इस एग्जिट के कारण निकल जाएगा। अपसाइड में मूव आएगा तो पुट पास में आ जाएगा। पुट विल कम टू 23,650 is on the upside. 8 points at 21 अभी है तो आई एम ओके टू ब्रिंग माय समय 19 के आसपास होना चाहिए आएगा तो। the ATM still after 2:30 is where I will do more 2:35. So the price match is basically uh, when we are coming closer. मान लीजिए अभी मार्केट ऊपर भागा तो कॉल भागने लगेगा. लेट्स से कॉल बिकम्स 25. जस्ट टेकिंग एन एग्जांपल. तो प्राइस डिफरेंस के कारण मेरा पुट जब पास में आएगा, अगर प्राइस मैच सिलेक्टेड है तो इट विल लुक फॉर अ पुट व्हिच इज अराउंड 25, मोस्ट लाइकली लेस देन 25, क्योंकि दूसरा लेग कॉल का 25 है. तो पुट चेक करेगा कौन सा पुट 25 के आसपास है, 25 से कम है, सॉरी, और उस पोजीशन पे मूव करेगा पुट. तो दैट वे यू कैन मैच द प्राइस. तो व्हेन यू एडजस्टिंग, तो एडजस्टमेंट के टाइम पे दूसरे लेग का प्राइस देख के उस प्रीमियम पे कौन सा ऑप्शन उस समय ट्रेड कर रहा है, उस प्रीमियम उस ऑप्शन पे लेके आ जाए. वेलकम. ओके, एडजस्टमेंट हैज हैपेंड. हम और पास में लाने के लिए 19. ठीक है, मेरा एडजस्टमेंट हो गया है. एडजस्टमेंट क्या कारण से हुआ? बिकॉज मार्केट ने जब अप मूव दिया तो डिफरेंस मेरा 8 पॉइंट से आधा का हो चुका था, तो ऑटोमेटिकली मेरा पुट पास में आ गया. तो नाउ आई एम एट 50 पॉइंट के स्ट्रैंगल पर. अब अगर नीचे की तरफ और मूव आएगा वापस से, तो दिस टाइम माई कॉल विल कम डाउन. और कब आएगा? जब 19 ऑलमोस्ट 20 पॉइंट्स का डिफरेंस हो जाएगा. तो मान लीजिए वो फेक अप मूव था और फिर से डाउन मूव आया, तो देन माई कॉल विल कम डाउन एंड इट विल बिकम अ स्ट्रैटेजी. करंटली थोड़ा सा प्रीमियम स्पाइक्स हो रहे हैं. We were at 52, premium is now at 55. I've created a rule कि अगर वो 75 के ऊपर जाता है तो मुझे 900 क्वांटिटी और ऐड करनी है, नहीं तो आई एम ओके विद दिस क्वांटिटी. बाय द वे माय hedge also moved. I was sitting at 23,400 का hedge, जो कि अपने आप पास आके 23,450 का hedge. ओके, अबाउट नेक्स्ट क्या होगा? अगर अभी तो ऊपर ही जा रहा है, तो आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड मूव टू ब्रिंग इट क्लोजर. मिनिमम पे भी 55 पे है. This is the next 15 minutes is going to be crazy. अगर निफ्टी ना यूजुअल बिहेव करेगा तो कुछ ना कुछ तो एक्सपेक्टेड है. Let's see. मूव चल रहा है, कंटिन्यू कर रहा है, सिंथेटिक भी साथ में. हमारा मूव कब आएगा? हमारा मूव आएगा जब मिडिल राइट लेट्स टेक अ सिनेरियो, अगर मार्केट सडनली 50 पॉइंट अप मूव मारता है, ऑल इन द मनी से 10 पॉइंट डैमेज ज़्यादा होगा। और अगर मोस्ट लाइकली 20 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस दिया है, डिफरेंस एक 30 गया, एक 10 गया, तब एक 30 और दूसरा 10 पे रहा, मोस्ट लाइकली तब या तो नीचे की तरफ 15 पॉइंट का मूव आ चुका है या 15 पॉइंट का अप मूव आ चुका है। ठीक है, लेट्स सी सबसे ज़्यादा हर्ट कब करेगा अभी, भाई 50 पॉइंट का अप मूव और 50 पॉइंट का डाउन, और प्रीमियम्स ऑलरेडी स्पाइक हो रहे हैं। यू कैन सी प्रीमियम 63 हो चुका है, 62 पे थे हम, 62 63 टच कर चुका है प्रीमियम। और 5 मिनट अगर प्रीमियम 52 पे नहीं गया तो आई विल ऐड मोर। प्रीमियम्स आर स्पाइकिंग। प्राइस मैच आपको क्लियर हो गया? प्राइस मैच के बारे में मैंने बताया था अभी। लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट अगर नहीं क्लियर हुआ है, आई कैन एक्सप्लेन अगेन। ओके, स्पॉट में चेक कर रहा हूँ, बिकॉज आई हैव फीलिंग अगर मूव आएगा भी तो दूसरी साइड से कॉम्पनसेट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि हमने 20 पॉइंट्स तो। और अगर मुझे एंट्री मिलती है, जैसे ही एंट्री मिलेगी, नाउ एट 66 770 आ गया, मूव आया। लेट्स सी, यार आया एंड देन इट शिफ्टेड 3 पॉइंट्स इन द मनी। has moved up, they are now at a strategy. कॉम्पनसेट कर लेगा दूसरा लेग अगर डायरेक्शन में, द अदर साइड विल कॉम्पनसेट। अगर 85 जाता है तो और एंट्री लेनी है, 5 पे बढ़ जाएगी। दैट शुड बी ऑल, उससे ज़्यादा मैं क्वांटिटी और ऐड नहीं करने वाला 3 बजे से पहले। Okay, big move. Hmm, move बनाया yesterday at the start. डायरेक्शन में मूव नहीं होगा तो वी आर जस्ट ऐड मोर क्वांटिटी वो पास में होने के कारण इट गॉट स्क्वायर्ड एजेस बहुत पास कर $90, $75. No, make it 20 points का buffer दोनों just 200 point price was out of range PP issue. So my orders were rejected. It move का अभी भी okay. They also big move. But a lot of rejections because of the LPPs have changed it to market now. Like we said कि कोई भरोसा नहीं है क्या करना है. तो reverse. अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ है। Yes, भी मूड में नहीं रुक। मिलना होगा तो नहीं मिलेगा। 20 minutes before। 57 is reserved because the call 20 points चढ़ा ऊपर, put at least 14 points तो देगा मुझे, थोड़ा सा बैलेंस हो जाएगा, not too close, not premium that around 6। Call 40 गया तो I am gonna move 1/4 quantity, put, so that time it's gonna be around 50, 48, 40, and managing my risk, and I have made put a 61, तो case if reversal आता भी है तो they will be, now I am balanced on the call and put 1,50,000, 1,50,000 both the side. Now right before 3 o'clock, so take me, I am little inverted, I wanted to manage the risk on the upside, but I have put in a price check of 61. So 40 again, still managing closer. Reversal of 51. Now this, if there's a sudden reversal, मुझे वापस से दूर जाना है, मुझे पोजीशन में नहीं रहना। 17 points. ठीक 17 points में से any suggestions, any comments? Post to channel. Goes to 38 again, then I'll तो जान देंगे कॉल हो जाएगा तो 20 if it goes to 53 then I'm going to risk off 1/4 that way थोड़ा बैलेंस्ड होगी यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं तो we should keep ourselves this point of time is what I generally do is perfect. My call actually reached off. Oh, I need to make sure it's $13. Okay, payment move. Profit 30. Okay, 9 minutes into averaging. Okay, move. Before 30, maybe 30, 31, 30, right before averaging. Move, move. Yeah, I'm running at 40 right now. Some puts at decent price. Okay, 8 more minutes into averaging. In Nifty, keep you on your toes. What up, move? If there's a short cup. Now I'm already at up. Was there. Move continuing. Amazing. total up move. This much. Okay, 3 minutes into averaging, eaten up into our profits quite a bit. So worried about steady with Nifty. Definitely 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. This one. Yeah, inventory. For all this effort, I think I'm gonna end up where I am. parallel. If the move continues, don't have any other option. Call is quite heavy. Is on the put. Okay, averaging. Wow. Oof. Squared. H. Two. Where to enter. Oh, no. Make sure. This is wrong. Shift it. Oh God. Amazing. And There's nothing left. Mm, Okay. Yes. How are you guys surviving? Me? Doesn't matter. Uh, 150,000. That's good. But I have to plan this, but didn't expect 100. आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या? Are you serious? नहीं 11 है 950 मैम कर रहा हूँ कर रहा हूँ 12 minutes. Right. Okay. Okay. I hope you were able to manage. Yeah, it's always like this. Yesterday was the first day when I thought I'm gonna go all in and RMS hit. It was fairly okay, I think, since morning. But last 45 minutes, the Nifty never disappoints. Like, I could have made another 10,000, 15,000 extra. Misread the strike. What I was trying to do was selected a wrong strike and I took position. It could have been easily 80,000. That was my stupidity. But I think after a long time, I'm doing live for such a long time. So, okay, let's go to chat and see if there's any questions. If there's any question? Thank you, Vipinji. Uh, Thank you, Sunny. So, if you, thank you, sir. Thank you. Just trying to protect risk. That's all it was. There's nothing else. There's magic. Trying to make sure don't end up doing over trading. What I was saying is we are with a lot of traders now, a lot of brokers now, right? So if you haven't tried the product, do try out. We have a 15-day trial for 999 plus GST. You get all the indexes, all the features. Post that you can choose a plan which is a short long-term plans. Most of these features we will be rolling out like next week. So I think this was a good testing for me today. A lot of features got tested today. So things are looking good. I think LPP rejection didn't get fired, so we'll have to check why LPP rejections were not taken care of. Rest all seems to be okay. Shifting of hedges work beautifully. Adding of hedges, entering in the spike. We did that multiple times. Pretty much all of it is good. I think some of the retry features and the LPP will try it out and we'll good to release coming days. At any point of time, if you have any questions, do check out our YouTube channel. We try to post as many videos as possible. explaining how the tool works. Most of them are in English. अगर आपको कुछ हिंदी में चाहिए कंटेंट तो हम वन ऑन वन सेशन कर सकते हैं. बाय डिफॉल्ट सारा कंटेंट इंग्लिश में है. हिंदी में भी चाहिए तो टू गिव अस अ रिक्वेस्ट, वील डू अ वन ऑन वन सेशन, ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन यू जहाँ जहाँ क्लियर नहीं है चीज. I think that's all for me today. I think 70,000 what we. Okay, I'll share my final position on the chat on the screen as well. I showed earlier. Uh, all the position. Take a screenshot. There is compare it to the rounding 69,464. That's all is there live. Okay, I'll take leave. Thank you again for watching. I hope this was useful. If it was, do give us. Yeah, sorry. So I think highest capital for the until 230 was up around 30 lakhs. After 230, I think up to 70. At one point of time, I think I was up to 7,000 quantity. 7,000 quantity would be easily upwards of around 80, right? But that was during the losing side. So when market actually went uh, crazy manner, right? So that's when I was actually deploying more capital. Had I stayed with my original capital of 27, 30 lakhs, I think this number would have been at least double up. But that's how there was an opportunity to take benefit of it because I was in positive. So I could take some risk by adding on to the position side. So I think the maximum deployed after 230 was roughly 80. I don't see any margin rejections. I haven't used full margin. Okay. So you can always reach us for trial if you haven't taken a trial yet. You are an old user and it's been a while, can at least offer you some concession in terms of trying out the features again. It's been more than 6 months that you have TradeFlow. We'll work out something that you can try out a week, then take up. Because we've added a lot more features. If you compare, if you look at our journey from 2 years back to now, there are, like I think some of the users were complaining, there are too many things now on the screen. So we are working on giving an option to hide some. But do let me know your comments, your feedback. Based on that is what we've been building the product. So I'll appreciate if you keep sharing your feedback, good, bad, ugly. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good trading day. Catch you next.